All right, Shalom. I'd like to start up saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Harakak Badash Mama. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder heroine as well. Salutation to the Akim that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Khanaksan, bring y'all Charlotte from the Lions of the Yahshua camp. This is another Lions Den news and prophecy, man. So let's hear it. Let's go. Um, Second Ezra 15:1 it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written on paper, for they are faithful and true. All right. All right. So just giving a little update on what's going on in the on the over there in between Iran and Israel. I probably should have did this last night, but I don't know why I didn't see this article until now. But um it says U.S. Embassy hit an Iran missile barrage as Israel claims full air supremacy over Tehran. All right. So now they were saying, the United States was saying we're not a part of this at all. We're not a part of this at all. But what I'm saying, so don't target any U.S. naval or any U.S. military bases or embassies or anything like that. Right? When the United States was saying they weren't involved. Right? But there was evidence showing that Iran. I did a lesson yesterday of saying they have evidence showing that America was involved and America Slovakia knew about the first initial attack that Israel was going to do on Iran. So now I don't know if this was an accident or what happened. I don't know if it was grazed. I don't know if it was just like not really a target, but accidentally got hit or whatever. But we're gonna read what the article has to say about it. Lord, will this lesson edify and serve His purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. But this is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. Things like this going on between Iran and Israel, and because these little, like the elder said in his video, in his lesson, these little proxy wars, right, which leading up to Armageddon, which is going to lead up to World War III, ultimately, and the destruction of America. All this leads to the destruction of America, right? But these little proxies are going to pull the big dogs, the U.S., in, right? Like he said, you know what I'm saying? Everything is a nail and America's the hammer. Really, America and Israel want this war, right? They want to reclaim dominance. Reclaim dominance. And how you do that, the winner of the war is going to reclaim dominance, and it's going, you know what I'm saying? It's going to take everybody some time to rebound. So they want to bring, like, you know what I'm saying, the new world order, all right? So saying that an embassy was hit, a U.S. embassy. So let's read it. All right. It said the U.S. embassy in Israel was damaged Monday after it was struck in a new missile uh, uh, barrage from Iran as Israel claims full air superiority over Tehran in the 4-day-old war. The embassy branch in Tel Aviv was hit by a missile. Monday, U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, confirmed in an X post overnight Monday. It says Huckabee said the building suffered minor damages and no Americans were injured. The building will remain closed Monday as a shelter in place order remains in effect. All right. It says, meanwhile, Israel claimed it has achieved full air superiority over Tehran Monday, saying it has taken out over 120 surface to surface missile launchers and a third of Iran's total. Okay. It says now we can say that we have achieved full air supremacy in the Tehran airspace. Military spokesperson General Efi Defan told the Associated Press. There's another point I want to get to on this. All right. It says the new developments, right, came a day after Trump told ABC News he was considering a U.S. strike on Iran, right? And I just did a lesson saying like Iran, give him fair warning. To anybody who's talking about doing this, Iran give them fair warning about what they're gonna do. So that they probably got a nuke over there. Like them nuclear facilities that they worried about, they probably just decoys, bro. They probably got something. They got something like the elders say. They invented chess, chaturanga. They invented it. They invented that. They strategizing over there, man. All right. It says, hey, U.S. strikes on Iran, and Trump was quoted by saying, "We're not involved in it. It's possible we could get involved, but we are not at this moment involved, right? But they are. Indirectly, they are. But kind of directly, but they're making it seem like they're pushing the narrative of indirectly or not no involvement at all. But you know, there's some way, shape, form they're involved. You know what I'm saying? Like Israel is America's closest ally, you know? So there's some involvement. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. All right. It says the post U.S. embassy hit an Iran missile barrage as Israel claimed full air supremacy over Tehran first appeared on Mediate. Slaka. Slaka. Hold on one second. Oh, that was just re-going over the title of the article. All right. But read it again. It says we are not involved in it. Trump said, it's possible we could get involved, but we are not at this time moment involved. So, it's like with the embassy being hit, what is America's response going to be? Like I said, they've been involved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether it doesn't matter how they try to make it seem like, but we all know that they have some type of hand or acknowledgement of what's going on. They were told something. All right. But so because now you got a U.S. embassy way over there. Why? Because America does not know how to keep it at home. All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine with the dollar and with his democracy and things like that. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right. So they won't stay with America. America wants to be globalist when it comes to pushing their agenda, but when it comes to accepting everybody else's ideas, they want to be nationalists. You see how that works with them? They want to be able to put their influence on throughout the whole world, but doesn't want the world to influence America at all. So therefore they want to monopolize the earth. That's what the game is. Monopoly is all about. Only thing, everything on the board. So when people go home, they gotta pay you money. Ain't no way you can go. You're trying to conquer the whole board, so nobody can not move without paying homage to you. That's what Esau's trying to do. That's what America, and that's what Esau's trying to do through America. But now, like he shall flee from the iron bowl, right? Where was it at? All right. Job read this yesterday. Job 20 and 24 said, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. See that? So that was just an embassy being hit. But eventually, It's going to be a military base. America has over 900 military bases abroad, something like that. So now that was just an embassy. So now you're going to see military bases getting hit. Then eventually you're going to see America's soil getting hit with missiles, man. The land of unwalled villages. And that's the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai putting this together, man. All right. So now when he is wounded, because he has an agenda that he's trying to push, you know. So let's see what America's response is going to be after an embassy being hit with a missile from a slew of missiles from Iran. Um, Trump, he likes to stick his chest out, and they like to do the bluffing game and play poker. But Persians, Iran, the inventors of chess, they're doing this shit strategically. All right, so let's see what their response is after America's response. All right, Lord, willing this lesson to edify and serve the purpose for the hope of the elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. With that, I'd like to say, call Halayim, La Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem, Harikah Kodash, my Amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder Heroin as well. Salutation to the Akim that are pushing the truth to sincerity and truth, and peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Shalom.